About confrontation, violence?
Oh, was that the question you were asking?
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. When you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them. You reach them.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Sis, you on?
Yes, I am. Good evening, sis. How are you?
Good. Doing good, doing good. It's been a lot going on these couple of days, per usual, right?
Absolutely. I see. Wow.
I I know a lot has we've been of course, covering the saga and covering the accusations for Kevin Wesley. You get what I'm saying? In our last discussion, we even covered some things about the internet sister, right? But today I want to discuss something, and I haven't spoken on this situation, but I think it's about time that we speak on it because it's getting a little carried away and people are being very hypocritical, um spreading false narratives, and I think it's just a little time out for that, especially when it comes to like the subscribers and the followers and people who are actually listening to what is being said. They have a tendency to believe these people because they grow a liking to them, right? But to me, it's unfair to them that you would give them deceitful information or you would lie to them, just so that it could play in your favor. Am I making sense with that?
Absolutely. You definitely are.
And
When at the end of
it's time. Go ahead, sis.
No, I was gonna say what you said. At the end of the day, if you have your platform and you call yourself speaking truth, then be honest about what your truth is. And the truth is the truth. It can't be bits and pieces of what you want people to believe. Tell the whole story.
Exactly. Tell the entire truth. Now, a lot of people may be confused as to who I'm referencing to in this matter, but this situation is about Tina Lampo. And I just have to say it. I know I'm a smaller platform. I'm just getting started. A lot of people are just getting to know me. But honesty to me, being upfront to me, is something that I am and that is something that I want everybody to understand about me. I do not base my information off of friendship, off of kindness, or anything. It's just solely off of the truth. Okay. Now Tina Lampo is not new to the saga of the LaTruth situation, right? In the very beginning, when it all started, before Amora and Beehive pages even got big, when they were on Facebook and they were just small, she was supposed to do an interview on with them about Kevin, right? So I knew from the beginning that she had some type of feelings or indifferences with Kevin, right? But she never did the interview, okay? Now, this whole time she's been saying that she's on nobody's side or whatever, but it's been a lot of underhanded comments and statements and supporting on different platforms, basically downing Robert, downing Kevin, downing the whole entire situation that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, it's okay to have an opinion, but the things that she has been stating and doing has been very hypocritical because she'll be on her platform and it'll be an entire different narrative. For instance, me and Ashley D, not too long ago, hey, Miss Arlene, thank you for coming. Not too long ago, me and Ashley D called out Chief Cali for calling Lacey a side bitch, baby mama, disrespecting Jamie, disrespecting us. Because why? Because there was a situation with the content creator being very disrespectful to our fellow content creator, and she was talking about it on her platform, and Chief Cali happened to be in her comments speaking on this person and trying to make fun of this person, saying that if he does these things then he's some type of homo, or it's feminine and things like that. But those were the very things that he has done to us and other women content creators, right? So eventually, Tina Lampo, she said, Callie, I got to call you to the front. Divinely, thank you for coming. Peace to you. So she said, I have to call you to the front. And he did a half-ass accountability, basically trying to make it seem like he did nothing wrong. So me and
Sis, he didn't even take accountability. He didn't even apologize. And it's like she backpedaled and was scared to even confront him about it. She said,
right,
first of all, I'm going to be down with you regardless. So you're
right,
approving of a man being disrespectful. And
exactly.
you wanted to pretend to hold him accountable because you was put on a spot in that moment. You was judging someone else. You was calling them out about it. But you're on a platform and supporting someone that's doing the same thing you're speaking on, and absolutely took no accountability even when you called him out. You were
And
scared to go on and tell him how you really felt.
right. And the thing that I didn't understand was the fact that you knew who said it, but you lied and said it was somebody else that called him out. And not only that, but the same video that we spoke on, that we showed everybody that he made an entire love song video towards Lacey, and you put it, Tina Lampo went and posted this video on her Facebook page and said, Callie said no lies. Now, how is
Wait.
it that you're defending him?
So after she called herself having him take accountability, after she did the live calling him to the front, you're trying to tell the audience that she went on her Facebook and she posted that same video that she called herself holding him accountable for, which was calling
Yes,
Lacey out of her name. She posted
yes.
that video.
She posted it on her page
Wow.
and said that Callie said no lies. Now, this is
Wow.
a person that people are supposed to be listening to as far as and things like that, but it's very hypocritical that you would try to call him out to the front, quote unquote, but then on your Facebook page, report in that video. But not only that, you're going to his channel and you're supporting him in the comments. And what I don't seem to understand is how the fact that both these parties, Tina Lampo and Chief Cali, can sit here and try to call Kevin a fraud when apparently he has been financially beneficial to the both of them.
Period.
Help me understand that. How is just post talking about five? Well, Tina Lampo and Chief Cali, how about you round up some money, the amount that Kevin has spent out for you guys, put it together and pay them? How about that? How about we do that? See, what we got to do is we got to stop half-assing. If we're going to call spades, because I've heard that being said before, then we need to be real all around the board with everyone. Because at the end of the day, what has happened to this family, including Kevin, has been downright evil. And anybody who has seen anybody who's speaking contrary to that, I would question their credibility. How in the world is it that you can say and support people that say that Kevin is scamming and he's not the same person and he does this and la da 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 da, but it was you and your child that had to reach out and needed support for y'all household? But you never spoke of that. You never told your people that.
No, but instead she turned around when he brings that up and post her grandkids. And the same grandkids that are the mother of the daughter that she also told us that she gave up, that she allowed her mother to raise because she was not a good mother to her. She decides to post those same grandbabies. But yet, when Kevin posts his children, his son, when Lacey posts their son,
right?
Which
but
is
you're
their,
talking about somebody else's mother.
Exactly. And you tell him what he should be doing as a father. He's been there for his kids. Who are you to judge what he should be doing? And why is it all of a sudden when he posts his child, he's exploiting his child? Because his child is allegedly sick. He's exploiting his child because he wants to post him. Lacey, who could be going through postpartum, nobody thinks about that or takes that into consideration. But when she posts her own child, she's exploiting him. When LaTruth posts his own daughter in skits that he's been doing since she's been born, that he's done to his stepchildren, that he's exploiting his child as well. But instead of you coming forward, calling the pot, the kettle black, bringing up what Kevin did, when you guys always say he's changed, he's obviously changed for the good. He went from taking up donations for food for his feeding tube to being able to help you for your rent. And he went through with that, his group that he has, to where you told your daughter about it. And then she told him. If you do not know about it, please go check the video out from yesterday where Kevin had his receipts. Not only did Kevin help pay some rent for Tina Lampo.
Oh, I got the video if somebody wants to play it.
But he also helped the daughter out. And Angie has receipts. We're going to play that as well, you guys. But we just calling out certain things right now. So I want you guys to get in the mind frame of understanding where we coming from. This is the same person that always try to call people out on stuff and want them to be held accountable for certain things. But she always speaks so badly on Kevin. But it seems as though Kevin was there for all of them in their life at the worst, lowest point. He came through for him. He helped them out. But yet he's the villain. If we don't change from the person we once was in our past, then we're not growing. It obviously is a good thing that Kevin changed. Because guess what? Had he not changed, he wouldn't have been able to help pay people rent. He wouldn't have been able to help bills. Or he wasn't a bad person in that time when you needed him. But now all of a sudden he's a bad person?
Right. Like how can that make sense? Oh, he's such a bad person. He's this and that, and you believe whatever Chief Cali's saying. But when you was in need, Kevin money wasn't that bad for you, was it? Kevin's support wasn't that bad for you. But you'll be on your platform lying to these people. I bet you never told them not one time that Kevin actually looked out for you. You never discussed that. And why is it that you feel like it's okay for you to have judgment on Jamie and Lacey, and not one time have they ever spoken on you? But you'll sit there and you'll go around and talk about them and talk about how you support some messages, sitting there defaming them and disrespecting them, and they ain't never disrespect you. And it's a lot of things that people can probably find to disrespect you. That's not fair. That's not okay.
You didn't raise your own
Shout out
daughter,
to V
but
Bennett in the building.
facts. You didn't raise your own daughter, but nobody is using that against you. But you're telling the same man who's excited about his child that he needs to get offline and go be a father. You should be the last to tell somebody what they need to do as a parent, first of all. And second of all, let me clear this up. No, he did not pay her daughter bill, but he did pay Tina's rent. And she did tell her daughter about it. And her daughter went to them for help. And also, these people are the same people that have TikToks that are going around called Baby Karma's Wesley. So you're saying that their karma is their child that they brought into this world, that they love, that they cherish. Why is their child called their karma? How do you think Lacey feel as a mom? This is her first child, first time being a mom. We don't know what type of emotion she's going through. Like I said, she could be going through postpartum, but yet you guys think it's okay to make and support and like a TikTok that says their child is their karma because their child is
Exactly.
possibly sick. Welcome to Baby Karma Wesley. The universe is undefeated. Are you serious?
And those who don't know, every time Callie posts those type of harsh things, Tina Lampo has been a part of it. She's either stunted or she's under in the comments, sitting there hyping him on, which is nonsense, which is disgusting, very disrespectful, very distasteful. Like, what is it that Kevin did to you so bad that you feel like you could go around and just throw things on his name and mistreat him and his family? Oh, let me forget, he helped you pay your rent. That's what he did. You get upset with him because you post something about Callie, talking about Kevin, and Kevin came and asked you, would you at least play the information where I debunked him? And you tell him how he need to be a bigger person and move on. This man is accusing him of date raping him. This man is accusing him of trying to molest a child. But you want to make it, you trying to make it seem to everybody else that they just simply beefing. No, they're not beefing. That is not a beef. These are accusations being used on this man. He got every right to speak up and say, hey, are you at least going to look at the information where I rebutted him? And then you're going to try to tell him it's not that big of a deal and he should be the bigger person. You should have been a bigger person and never posted it on your page if you didn't want him to respond to it. Especially since he was looking out for you. And not only that, but he looked out for Callie. But y'all seem to forget that when it's time to destroy his name and talk about his baby.
And to add insult to injury, Angie, everything you said is 100%. Add insult to injury. He has helped all these people, not to mention he has dealt with content creators from this side as well. You would think whether you pieced it up, you don't have a problem with this person and you're going on. At the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. If you call yourself having a platform and you stand on principle, this man has spoken on these people's child more than once. So it's past the issue with just Kevin. He involved Lacey as well as Jamie. He disrespected females. Where are the men? And where is the outrage from this side about these people harassing this man, about being held accountable for what he's doing? You would be upset if it was your child. And you would be upset, Tina, if somebody did the same thing to you. And you know people on YouTube don't necessarily have a Facebook, or they're not on Facebook as much as they are on YouTube. So you secretly post a video. The same video that you call yourself checking this man about. When he called this lady out of her name, you post it and basically say you approve that message. Lacey has not done anything to anyone. She had no reason to be exploited in a video and called out of her name. Callie does not know the relationship that Lacey nor Jamie has together, let alone with Kevin. He doesn't know the dynamic of that household, but he feels it necessary to speak on it and pick, all because he's upset with Kevin. And everybody needs to ask themselves, it has gone past the point of harassment. It has gone past the point of him just having an issue with Kevin. Where is the outrage with people speaking up when people are getting bullied for no reason? He is speaking on an innocent child. Exactly. He is accusing his own man of exploiting his own child because he's posting a picture. He shouldn't be happy about his son. They shouldn't be excited about their child. But Tina Lampo could post her grandbabies and that's okay. But Kevin don't have the right to post his own son. Make it make sense, people.
And then you turning around and you trying to include other content creators talking about how they made amends with Callie. First of all, don't include nobody in your shenanigans. Stand on it. Stand on what you've been doing. Underhanded stuff. Back in the back end keeping up drama and mess. Stand on it by yourself. Don't include nobody else. And whatever they spoke on, that's fine. But it don't take away the fact that you and Chief Callie have been taunting this man and his family the entire time, including Robert. And I'm tired of all this, oh, I'm not on sides and all this and that. No, you've been on the side. You know exactly what you was doing. You've been lying to everybody. And I've been trying not to say nothing, but it's time out for that. It's over with.
Mm-hmm. You dragging everybody into your drama and you think on the low you're slick. You're trying to cause chaos among these men because you know at one point in time they was on each other's panel and they are cool. So you thought it would be a good idea to throw D-Ham in the midst of this. You don't know the relationship they have, but you're trying to cause confusion right there. How is Kevin any less of a man because he speaks up for his family? If my man did not speak up for me or my family, especially if I'm not on the internet like that and I had another guy that you was once cool with that is constantly harassing you and now he's harassing our child, I would not be with that man. I would respect my man even more who stood on principle and stood up for my family. And he has every right to do so. When you come at him, when you come at his family, when you speak on his innocent child, he has every right to defend him. He has every right to defend his family. What makes it any less for Kevin to speak up and vocalize how he feels? And what makes it any fair for you to feel like you can judge him based off of that?
Try to make it seem like it's something less than it is and how people need to move on. No, you need to move on because you're not taking accountability for your actions, your behavior, you and your friend Callie, how y'all not being accountable for nothing that y'all doing. You taunting this family. You know exactly what you're doing. You wrong. This man helped you when you had a handout. And the least you could do is just be mature about the situation. You've been petty about this whole thing since the beginning. How dare you think you got room to curse somebody out when you allowing people posting stuff about a man sitting here trying to down his character? How dare you think you got room to try to correct somebody for that?
Facts.
Just nonsense, just trifling. And I'm going to say it exactly how it is. Trifling.
Yes, it is.
A newborn baby. A newborn baby. You sat there and you let that man sit on your panel and call us mutts.
But and she didn't address that, though. She pretend like she was only addressing Lacey when clearly she heard that from our platform. You said a little birdie told you, no. Someone or yourself heard on our platform us discussing that this man on numerous occasions has called females content creators over here, as well as Kevin wives, out of their names. So you felt it only necessary just to address Lacey. No, he called all of us out of our names. But you didn't say anything about that to only turn around later to please him and write on your Facebook, post a video of him disrespecting, once again, another female, calling her out of her name, and you think that's okay. And you approve that message. But you're the same person that likes to call the pot kettle black. Let's call it all black. So what's your deal with that? What was your point of that?
Calling a spade a spade. Want to sit there and try to call yourself trying to call Kevin out, and you mean this whole time you knew that he helped you financially? You knew that he helped you with your rent, but you trying to tell everybody else, trying to paint him out to be some type of bad guy?
Exactly.
Trifling, real trifling. Where was the man then that you brag about how he got land and cars and everything like that? Where was he then when you and your daughter needed financially help? Where was he then? Let's not get this misunderstood. If we're gonna be real about it, we're gonna be real about it all over the board. You a fake, you a fraud, you a joke. Think I was supposed to have some respect for somebody who couldn't even stand up to this man and say you called out these women and they didn't even disrespect you? You couldn't even handle that on your platform. But somebody's supposed to just move on and believe your credibility and believe what you're saying about situations? You're a liar.
And that's why we go hard over here as well as on my panel. We stand on principle. We call everything out. Whether it's this side, that side, it's not even sides anymore. Right is right, wrong is wrong, period. And if we feel as though something is wrong or somebody is being harassed for no apparently good reason, then we're going to call that out. It's not about any favoritism. It's not even about friendship at this point. It's about realness. So many content creators could have spoke up on all the stuff that Kevin put out yesterday. Nobody said anything. Shout out to who did you say briefly spoke on it, sis, earlier?
Vibe with Sean. She did speak on it.
Shout out to you, Vibe with Sean. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong. When it comes to these things that is going on, it needs to be brought to the front. It has to be spoken out on.
Hold on, wait a minute. Miss Alicia. Alicia says Kevin also called people out, women their names. Let's be fair here. And I don't care if I get blocked for stating my
You're not gonna get blocked.
Y'all are hypocrites. You're not gonna get blocked, Alicia. But what I have to make clear is not only did he have confrontation with Amora, who he called out, because Amora has talked about his deceased mother, Amora has talked about his family.
He called him a bitch.
But not only that, but Tina Lampo, they actually went through a whole text message discussion about him trying to clear his name because of false accusations that she allowed on her channel. These people were disrespectful to him first. But not only that, he did apologize to Amora. So there's nothing hypocritical about that whatsoever. What's hypocritical is how you will try to call Callie out on your platform for calling women out their name and having a video calling somebody out their name. But then on your Facebook, you go and post it and say how he spoke no lies. Now that's hypocritical.
And can I address her real quick too, sis? At the end of the day, sweetheart, Kevin apologized for that. Kevin was going back and forth with this woman being called out of his name. We have to take out the fact that these are men. Our men are kings and we are queens. We should all be treated equally with the same level of respect. Kevin was being harassed. Videos was being made every day. Not to mention he was constantly called out of his name. He only went up on a panel that day because he told her to go get her husband. He would have rather spoke with another man. But her husband was not there. And she said, B, bitch, 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 bitch. So finally, when she said something about his wives, that's when he finally reacted. And after he reacted, he was man enough to apologize, even though when someone is calling you out of your name and someone is coming at you directly, you have every right to defend yourself, even if that is saying the exact same thing back to them, whether you're a man or not. If I'm calling you a B and you respond the same kind of way, you have every right to do so. I'm asking for that. I'm antagonizing you. Now, if it's just out of the clear blue sky, she didn't do anything and she was just making content and he just randomly went off on her, then that'd be different. But best believe when this situation happened, it was only him responding back out of being called B's numerous times, out of his wives being disrespected. Had that been my
Because
man, like I said, if my man sat on there and he did not respect me and he did not stand up for me like Kevin did, then I would not be with him. Every man should defend his castle, should defend his queens, should defend his honor at all costs, especially when he's being disrespected.
now, Kevin, shout out to brother Kevin. Kevin said Alicia is as rude as they are. She be in their comments disrespecting me right along with them. Now, Alicia, I don't know, but according to Kevin, you're in the comments. And what I'm assuming is based upon the information that they have given is where you're giving your judgment. And so what I want to state right now is it's not fair to take one side of the story and run with it and justify our behavior because of it. Now, if we want to hear the truth, then we have to consider both sides. And what I do what I've seen and from my research and my own understanding, when I look at the information Kevin has placed out there, he's definitely has been lied on. Chief Cali has even tried to defend him for some of the things that he's trying to say that isn't true. You get what I'm saying? Cali, Alicia is saying, I noticed Kevin disrespected Cali's wife too. Kevin has not disrespected Cali's wife. Kevin has always stated, I wonder how your wife would feel if she knew that you were cheating on her. I wonder how your wife would feel if she knew you were on this platform spreading all these lies and handling yourself in such a way. Not one time did he call her a side bitch. Not one time did he call her and say, this and that, or whatever the case may be. He didn't make no long love song videos. He
did continue posting her picture, harassing her. You guys have to understand when people constantly poke you, and you finally respond. How is it that Kevin only allowed to respond in such ways, but yet these people can continue to call him out of his name as well as his wives and disrespect them and make several videos a day as well as disrespect their child? But he can't respond back.
Here's the thing, Alicia. When Cali makes his videos, he does clips to manipulate the entire situation. He never plays them out thoroughly so everybody can get the full description of what is going on. And I've noticed that when I've watched his videos, and that is deceptive. That is a lie. You get what I'm saying? He'll try to make it seem as if somebody is saying or doing something that is not even true. That's false information. How can you deceive the people, but sit there and try to make it seem as if somebody else should be doing something for the community, and you're lying to your very own community?
And then for Lampo to sit over there and act like she wasn't part of the person that's getting help in the community. He's not out just giving food out anymore. He's paying rent. He's paying bills. He are saving people from becoming homeless. If that's not helping the community, then I don't know what else is. He has a group specifically around helping people in situations such as Lampo was. So how can you even fix your mouth to speak up and say Kevin not helping the community when you was one of those people that he helped?
Exactly.
Make it make sense.
It's not fair because Kevin done put shoes on Cali's feet. Kevin done put shoes on Cali's children's feet. Kevin done put shoes on Cali's girlfriend's feet. Everything that Cali has done as far as productions and videos for Kevin, he has been paid for a service. Not one time did he go without anything while he was around Kevin, but he'll go around and try to spread this narrative as if Kevin is frauding and stealing from the people, and he benefited from Kevin the entire time he was around Kevin. And what Miss Alicia say? Lampo already spoke to Cali public about Kevin's wife. Yet, Miss Alicia, that's what I'm saying. She called him to the front, right? But on Facebook, she posted the video and said Cali spoke no lies.
Now she contradicted what she said, Alicia. That's our point of doing this live. She called him out, but she really didn't. First of all, she tried to calm him down and say, I'm going to be your friend regardless, but I got to call you out on this. He never apologized. He never took accountability in that moment. He basically stood on what he said, doubled down. I said what I said, and she left it alone. She act like she called him out on her channel to only turn around weeks after and post the same video that she called herself correcting Cali about on her Facebook. Make it make sense. She told you guys that he was wrong, and she called herself trying to make him take accountability to only post the same video of him disrespecting Kevin White, and she said she approved the message.
Now
So
that's
how is that calling
hypocritical.
him out?
That's hypocritical. Why would you do something like that? You will have one platform of people believing a narrative, but on another platform of people, you got them believing something different. Now, how
Or you're
fair is
agreeing
that?
with the behavior. You're agreeing with the behavior, but you're fooling your audience. You're doing the same thing Callie is doing, manipulating, just like he does with the
But not
videos.
only that, even when she was calling him to the front, she still lied. She said she heard that information off of D-Ham channel, and she didn't. She heard that from us off of Ashley D's channel. And not only that, what we expressed all the treatment that he was giving to every female, and she didn't acknowledge that.
Exactly. And that's where our video came in at when we said if you're gonna hold Jared accountable, then you have to hold Callie accountable as well. How you calling him out, but not calling this man out that's went on a cussing spree? That's done cussed out plenty of content creators, done posted their pictures on their community, made a whole video calling Lacey out of her name, claiming she's exploiting her child, calling their child sick. They never said their child was sick. You guys was the first person to do that. Create fake pages, bullying Kevin, calling their child their karma. We can go on and on and on. And then they like the page.
Sending pictures of the baby. Sending pictures of the baby around, talking about exploitation and talking about their karma and things like that. Now, Alicia, I don't know. I'm not trying to persuade you to like anyone. All I'm saying is it'll be fair to you and to everyone else if everybody just be truthful and honest and stop lying. If they were telling the truth, would the opinions be swayed in the manner that it's been swayed? No, it would not. Because Kevin has a right to be human, just like his family has a right to be human. Let's stop spreading lies and creating false narratives and let people have the right to make their own judgments towards these people.
And think about it. You guys just get half of the story. You get them to come on here just like you did now because you're only catching a little bit of it. Because if you were on here from the beginning, we called out the situation about her posting a video on Facebook. But you guys always come in on half-done stuff, and it makes that person who's defending themselves look like they're coming off aggressive or coming from an emotional place. But imagine if you had pages that was targeting you, targeting your child, bullying you, and we don't know what's going on behind closed door. We don't know if Lacey is struggling with postpartum. We don't know what's going on with Kevin trying to be strong in his situation. But he comes online, he explains things, he brings receipts, he breaks it down, but yet it's still not enough. And then you have people who's not explaining anything, who puts together videos, bits and pieces, who's been so disrespectful, who does stuff secretly, who does not take accountability, who says one thing on YouTube, but does something else on Facebook, getting a pass. These are the type of people that get passes daily. And then when people like us respond in the manner we do, because we've been poked, then we're coming off looking like the aggressor. We're coming off looking mean. We're coming off looking emotional. When in reality, we're just fed up and tired.
That's right, Miss Arlene. Like that is monster behavior to just be lying just to be lying. Now, Chief Callie says he never took up donations. He's saying that he never put up his Cash App, but that's a lie. If you go down on his Facebooks, he got a couple of them, but if you go down on one, he went and did a donation, requesting donations on his Cash App for an event, and from what I can tell, never even happened. But nobody's asking what happened to that event. Nobody's asking why he took up donations, especially if he's going around saying he never posted his Cash App. He's been on plenty of people's platforms posting his Cash App. So come on, let's understand this. You get what I'm saying? Let's just be equal with the whole situation as in its entirety, and let's stop trying to make it seem like this family is just wrong. Everything they do, they just wrong, 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 wrong,
And think
wrong, wrong,
about this,
wrong.
Angie. Why is nobody asking if Callie was not the bad person in this whole situation? Where is his videos? Why is nobody questioning why are all these man videos missing? If they wasn't directly targeted at Kevin and his family, don't you think those videos would still be up? Now they're mysteriously disappeared. But everybody wants to call a piece. Everybody wants to feel bad for Callie. But
Oh,
Callie's
because
been on YouTube for
he said
years
that he took them.
harassing Kevin, and he
He
has
said
no more videos. So if
he
he
said
was
that he
not,
took the videos down, sis. He said
and
he
why
took
would
the
he take
videos
them
down.
down? Think about it. What would justify him taking those down if he didn't feel like he was doing something wrong? If he was standing
Right.
on principle and he called himself trying to tell the truth, trying to wake people up, trying to expose Kevin. If you really felt in your heart you was doing that, you would not have felt the need to delete those videos, but you knew you was wrong about the baby situation. You disappeared for 2 days, then you came back with all your videos deleted.
I mean,
And
it
if
makes
you
no sense at
no,
all. The way they trying to paint this family out to be, y'all. Like this is a family, a brother, two brothers, two sisters. Y'all trying to make it seem like everything they say and do is just so wrong. But these people have had a hand out, and Kevin has served these people, have been around these, not even around Tina. He don't even know Tina. That's the crazy thing about it. He doesn't even know her. He was helping a complete stranger. But she got the nerves to make it seem like she know him. She don't know him at all. She lying.
and that's the sad part. This man has paid your rent, but yet in your eye, he's a villain when he should be a savior. Because had he not done that, you couldn't go to Cali to get your rent paid. You can't go to people that you claim to be tied to help you pay a bill. No, you went to Kevin Wesley, and they made it happen. And it made it happen, and you was very pleased, so that you went to your daughter to tell her to reach out to them. But he's the villain. That's why we stand up
At
for
all.
what we believe in. That's why we stand on principle over here. Enough is enough.
Because I've been
Hypocrites.
debunking and showing videos and everything. I've been showing information. I've been giving observation. And it's like at some point, you got to consider the information from both sides because these people are trying to make them look like entire monsters, but they forget to mention the part where they had their hands out.
Exactly.
They forget to mention the part where they believe that these people were a good person. Like Tina say, "Oh, he changed. He changed." How you know he changed? You don't even know him. When he helped
He
you, you
changed
didn't
for
know
the
him then.
better. Had he not changed, he wouldn't have been able to help pay her rent. Who's trying to stay the same person they was 6 years ago? We all should change. We all should grow. We all should evolve. If we're not, then something is seriously wrong with us. We should not be the same person we was. And you should be grateful that this man changed. He stepped up from feeding the homeless to saving you from not being homeless. Make it make sense. The best thing he could have ever done was change. To be
But
able to have a bigger
you'll,
platform to help people that were in need, such as yourself.
you'll have a crowd of people, but turning on these brothers, making it seem like they're such horrible people. And how and say, because I remember one time saying how, the truth doesn't support the people that's defending him and all this and that. There was a time when Kevin, you wasn't even defending anybody, and Kevin gave to you.
Right.
So talk about that. Shout out to Lady Love being in the building. I'd be so happy when you come through, Mama.
Hey, Lady Love.
It's time out for all of this chaos going on the internet with these liars spreading lies about this family. How about y'all spend some time spreading the truth about yourself?
How about you be honest about how this man has changed your life and helped you? How about you be honest with yourself and think about what he could possibly be going through, or what his wife could possibly be feeling? With people constantly crucifying them, constantly bringing up their baby. Who would want their child to be harassed like that? It's okay for you to post your grandchild. It's okay for you to do those things freely. Why is that? Because your grandchild not sick. You're not exploiting the child because it's not sick, but Kevin is. It doesn't make sense. People are so biased to where they don't see the bigger picture. This stuff has to be brought to the light. It's not fair. These people are getting away with harassing, picking, criticizing, antagonizing, and nobody is saying anything.
It's time out for all of this chaos, all this nonsense. If we're gonna be real, we're gonna be 100. Be 100. Don't build your platform off of lies and deceit and got people believing you. You get what I'm saying? And then thinking it's okay so you can move on to the next topic. No, you just affected this family's life. You just affected their life, and you think it's okay for you to walk away from that? No. But then you're not even walking away. You going in other people platforms talking about them. I wonder how many of your supporters are looking at that and noticing that you go and you talk about the very people you say, oh, I'm not taking sides from, I'm not being biased.
It's just not right. It's not right at all. Every single thing that these people have said about this man and his family, Kevin has came forward. He has produced receipts. Angie has debunked things as well as myself. And it's just a never-ending cycle. And I always put myself in his situation and I imagine how I would feel. And that's what allows me to continue to go forward when people constantly become hypocrites, contradict themselves, or think they're getting away with picking, think they're getting away with antagonizing, targeting, bashing. They want this man to feel isolated. She knew exactly what she was trying to do when she made that post involving those two people, so he could feel like he don't have anybody. Well, guess what? He has me. Guess what? He has Angie. Guess what? He has a loving family. He has a wonderful family. He has amazing kids that he has done a wonderful job raising that looks up to him. He has an amazing grandchild as well as an amazing son. Amazing people that support him for him. He has a legacy. He has something for people to look up to, and obviously something for people to envy. And that is a gift and a curse.
And Miss Arlene wants to know if Lampo was on I guess either me or your panel. Miss Lampo has never been on either one of our panels, Mama. I've never had a discussion with Tina Lampo, and the main reason why is because of this, because I saw it even before I even had a platform. I saw the entire situation when it first started, when the saga first started with Tina Lampo and the underhanded things that she was trying to do towards Kevin. So I strayed away from her for a reason. You get what I'm saying? And I've never spoken to her. And if we ever have a conversation, I will be sure to call her out for this nonsense that she's continuing.
She could come over here now if she wants to and come up here, but that's
Most
not gonna happen. That's
Most
not gonna happen.
definitely welcome. Anytime. If she come through at any time, I'll be sure to ask her some of these questions. Because how is it, do you think that it's okay to sit there and lie and spread false information and think people are supposed to cater to that and just be okay with it and not say anything at all? You didn't think your lies would catch up to you? You just been lying this whole time about this family. And for what reason? Somebody has to have an answer. Time out for all these grown adults just being childish and trifling and can't be real with themselves, so they definitely not gonna be honest to nobody else.
And when a person is wrong, that's what they usually resort to, try to make you feel bad, like you don't have nobody, and they just have all the friends, this and that. Been there, done that. Like, I'd rather have no friends than be surrounded by fake people, be surrounded by yes men, be surrounded by people that don't have morals, integrity, don't know when to stand up for what's right. Most importantly, don't have my back. This may be YouTube, but when you get to know people on a personal level and you make connections outside of YouTube and you're on the phone with them for hours, you develop a bond. You get to know people. So if you have bad intentions and you're not connecting with these people on a level where it's becoming personal, then there's no point of that friendship. So if you think you're going to isolate and make somebody feel funny about you supposedly having connection with these people, then you're wrong. At the end of the day, Kevin has exactly who he needs in his life. And you involving people is not making it any better. He's good with the people that you spoke on. You had no reason to do that. But what did you do? Try to start a fire. Try to spark a fire. But it will not work.
Gotta learn how to stand on your own and stop trying to include people in your nonsense. Just stand up for what you did. Stand up for what you were saying. Shout out to Texas for being in the building. Shout out, mama. Just be real with it. Be on your own 10 toes. Don't include nobody else in the chaos. They had nothing to do with what Kevin was stating about the information, about letting everybody know how false and how fake you are. You turn around and you try to include other people in your fake stuff. No, be real about it. Be real about it now. Answer to it. Tell the truth.
Just like Callie
Lady
says.
Love says the only reason why she know not to cross the big facts.
Just like Callie, he will never name the good things that Kevin has done for him. He will never think about the fact that his child had a birthday party in a mansion. He will never have that opportunity again, had it not been for Kevin. He could grow up. He could tell his kids this story. He had a birthday party in the White Howard Mansion. How many kids from the hood, so he says, that he was raised up in, can say something like that? But he don't think about that. Kevin, at one point or another, with these two people, has impacted their life in some kind of way. Whether it was paying some rent, whether it was stepping up, being a friend, whether it was guiding, helping you, mentoring you, he has impacted you in positive ways. But nobody is going to speak on that. They're going to want to point out the negative things about this man.
Right. Not even negative things, false things. Just spreading lies.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy. How can you sleep at night knowing that you spreading lies about somebody? Like, what feeling do you get out of that? And ain't nobody brung up no paperwork, no documentation, no nothing. Just spreading lies. And every time Chief Callie knows that I debunked the false information that he set out, he still continue on and go on with the same lies. Like, that's ridiculous. How you had a whole conversation about a man years ago that Kevin played on his platform. The same things that you doing now is the same things that you said to him was bitch shit, was female shit. Things that's not cool. It's not okay to do. But you turn around and you doing it.
But it's okay for him to do it.
And you knew that, you lying. You know you lying about these donations. You know you lying about all of this information. Why? Because you even use this information to defend Kevin in that same video. You're a liar.
Did you have some videos too, sis, that you want to show them?
Yeah, I wanted to play the information just in case anybody was trying to figure out where we was coming from or what we was discussing. Because when Kevin went live yesterday, he called both of them out on their nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll sit there and say, oh, he whining or he trying to attack somebody. He's not trying to attack y'all. Y'all lying on this man's character. And every time he called y'all out, he got information to show. He got information to show. Which one of them gave out any information to show anything?
Thank you.
Which one of them? Not now one of them got anything to prove to anything. Except for a whole bunch of people that's trying to come together to make it seem like Kevin was lying. Or Kevin did this. What the money I gave this and that and the donations and all this and that. And these people lying. I ain't never seen so many people try to get together and try to ruin somebody so bad. And guess what? It gets nowhere.
Nope.
All the money that Kevin gave Callie and gave Lampo, since y'all finding all these fake people to sit up here with these lies that they got going on, how about y'all get that money together and give it to him?
How about you pay him back? Let's
Exactly.
do that. Let's
Exactly.
call it
Just be
even.
such a
Since y'all
fraud,
asking about the donations, what about the donations they contribute to you? What about
helping
the
y'all
rent
pay
money that was
rent,
paid?
helping y'all pay rent, putting shoes on y'all churn feet. How about that? How about y'all tell them stories?
Getting a car towed.
Ridiculous. But y'all sit here and lie on this man, and he helped y'all.
At the lowest point in y'all life when you guys was in need. He was there. Kevin Wesley.
Truth be told, they still in need. That's probably why they mad.
That's just so
It's
sad.
time out for that.
It is. You do stuff for people and this is what you get in return. I just want to encourage Kevin to continue being you, continue to be great. Because there's a lot of other people out here that appreciate you, appreciate your work, appreciate the things that you have done. Like I stated from day one, what's understood does not need to be explained. You don't have to go around like Callie showing videos of you feeding the homeless. When at the end of the day, behind closed doors, you have done way more things that have saved people from going homeless, that have
Not
saved
only
people
that,
from being hungry, that have kept
not
people
only
off the
that, but
street.
he got videos where he done took him and his children out to give
Yeah,
to
of
the
course.
homeless, to give food to
But
the
I'm saying
homeless.
it goes beyond just that. And
Right.
and he didn't get on here flexing or bragging about that. All this stuff that Kevin brings to the front, it took years. This is years, you guys, of him being poked. This is years of people with these accusations. He finally releases certain things, bits and pieces here and there. He didn't want to release that video about Callie. Callie was begging for that to be released. So he did it. It's a danged if I do, danged if I don't situation when it comes to these people. They ask him to do something, they beg him to do it, and then when he does it, he's wrong for it. The way this man has carried himself and presented the evidence with class and dignity. And he could have went in on everybody. But he chose to handle it like a real man, get to the facts and state the point.
Just trash. Trash. And I ain't taking it back. Because that's just wrong. How you can sit here and just steady lie and lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. Like, who raised these people? Like, how do you feel like that's okay to have all these lies come out your mouth about somebody? You hate somebody that bad? Like, what is it? But people will say, "Oh, I'm not a hater." Y'all number one haters. Y'all the biggest haters. That don't make no sense to me. How you could sit here and just lie about somebody constantly, and they had the nerves to try to make it seem like he can't move on. No, you the ones that couldn't do nothing better with your time. You gonna lie on somebody's name and then try to make it seem like they need to move on from it. How dare you? What Miss Arlene said, I feel unhappy about how the family is being treated. It's some unhappy people in this world. Without people, it's just wild. And at my age, it's a cold-hearted, dirty world out here. And exactly, Miss Arlene. Exactly. It's just disgusting. And it's time out. It's time as a whole for everybody on the board. Whenever you see hypocrites, whenever you see liars, whenever you see people mistreating other people, it's time to call all of that mess out. It's time out for all of that. Like, what in your mind, what chemicals in your mind connected together to make it okay to just lie on people? To just lie.
When you don't speak
But
up
that's it.
and you be
Don't
quiet and you turn a blind eye, then you become a part of that. You're okay with that type of behavior. You have to step up as a leader and call people out when they do things that are wrong, especially people that put themselves in a spotlight, especially people that hold themselves at a higher standard. They expect Kevin to hold himself up so high, but yet they have a platform as well, and they choose to spread lies. So when people are wronging people When people are caught up in their lies, when people are becoming hypocrites, they need to be called out on that. We need to
Period.
stop turning a blind eye to the BS.
And then what did Callie say to Ricky? He said, "How you make it right? You go on the same internet where you went and spread the lies. You go on the internet and you take accountability and you apologize. And that's what needs to be done. These people need to stand up and say, yeah, I was wrong. They need to say, yeah, he did help me. Yeah, I don't know him the way I tried to make it seem like I know him. I mean, Tina Lampo just going on and on and on and about Kevin and LaTruth. On and don't even know these people.
And it's sad. You have to take in account now, not only Kevin is being harassed, but this saga has came to an end. And the same person that supported his brother is online continuously bashing everything about him. And then we have this person who, in front of everyone, claimed she was holding Callie accountable, but only turns around knowing that everyone that saw her on YouTube is not her Facebook friend. So they did not see that she posted a video with Kevin's wife being disrespected, and she approved that, and she agreed with that. What kind of decent human being would do something like that? What type of decent human being that's supposed to stand on morals, integrity, principles would post something like that about any woman? Any woman being called out of their name in a malicious way that did absolutely nothing to this man. She has been harassed as well as her child since her child has been born.
Exactly. This lady ain't did nothing to neither one of y'all, but y'all on her page, minding her business, sitting there talking about her.
So when is everyone going to say enough is enough? When is people going to start holding people accountable for their BS? So when they decide to do foolish and silly things like this, behind the scenes where everybody don't know about it, just like we're doing right now, just like Kevin did yesterday, holding people accountable. And what does this person do? They deflect. They decide to draw two innocent people in this that have nothing to do with the facts, have nothing to do with what was stated. On top of that, post their grandchild as though nothing else happened. So why are you posting your grandkids? Why are you deflecting away from the situation? It's okay for you to do that. But when Kevin posts his child, he's not allowed to do so. And that is his biological child. He is the father of that child. He's not allowed to be proud of his child. Is it because his child could possibly be sick? So it doesn't make it okay for him to post his child?
Right.
Or better yet, that's his karma, right? That's what you guys say. That's his karma.
Right.
How would you feel if somebody said your child was your karma?
Exactly.
That took me out. I can't get over anybody with a heart, any decent human being. Who would heart or click on something like that? Who would say something like that about a child? Somebody that obviously gave custody up to their mother. Because anybody with a mother intuition, motherly instincts would know you don't cross that line. Some stuff you do not say. Our children are a blessing to us. Our children are the reason we become better individuals. We are who we are today because of our children. And if your child don't move you as a parent, if your child don't make you want to become a better version of yourself, then maybe you wasn't meant to be a parent. Then maybe that quote would fit you well, that your child is your karma. Because children should be a blessing. Every child, no matter what the situation is.
Right. And Kevin said, it's like they try and think the most disrespectful shit to say. Even children are fair game, but they demand respect and play victim when I cuss them out. How about this? Rule number 1, no one should disrespect babies. Ever. Ever.
Period.
How can you form an opinion about somebody, hate somebody, and they say, oh, they baby is they karma? That's so nasty. That's some disgusting creep shit. Miss Arlene says, I'm so proud of you ladies for your job that you do to find the truth. Without a doubt, Miss Arlene, that's the only thing I stand on is the truth. I'm a stand on principle, morals, integrity. Everybody's going to get respect. Everybody's going to be held to the truth.
And that's what I built my channel off of. And I'm going to keep on standing on principle. And it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but it is what it is. I started that way, and I'm going to continue to go and grow that way.
Period.
And we appreciate the compliment.
I don't want to spread no lies and no false narratives to nobody. It's not fair to thousands of people to believe something that is not true. That's not okay.
And for,
go ahead, Mama.
I'm sorry. For anyone to say that about a child, anybody else in the world who has a child that could possibly be sick, how did he not think that they could find that possibly offensive? That is some evil stuff to say. Karma, you not just judging him, you judging everybody.
Right.
Just like everybody got mad about the CNA situation when he said Cali white butt. Let's be real. That was directed at Cali only. It wasn't directed at everyone else. When something is directed at you, then it should be directed at you. But it's flipped. Kevin can't win for losing. That was a shout out to all the CNAs. No, Cali said this man sits on hours all the time online, get a real job. And he said, Cali, you get a real job. So It was fair ground, right?
Exactly.
But when it comes to the children, there are no fair grounds. Right is right, wrong is wrong. No one's child should be spoken on in that type of way or disrespected before the child can even have a voice.
Lady Love says that would be the respectful thing to do. If you bash me publicly, apologize publicly. But let's see if anybody have integrity. Now that was the one that took me out, speaking on that man's child. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And did it on Tina Lampo's platform too.
Nobody said anything. Everybody agreed with it.
And just allowed it. That's disgusting.
He has bigger issues. And what are those issues? For one, he works from home. So to be blessed and be able to work from home, so you're around your child just about all day, that's a blessing. Unlike some people that have to get a real job, like Callie suggested, you're away from your child. You're going out into the world, possibly bringing COVID or any type of virus back home to that newborn child when their immune system is not all the way developed yet. So it's a blessing that he's able to work from home. It's a blessing that he's able to put his avatar up and hold his child in the background while he speaks, while he delivers his message.
And look what Lady Love said. My son, God rest his soul, had Down syndrome, so I took that to heart. You see the people that you affect? You see the people that you affect by letting nonsense go on your panel? By defending ignorance? You see the people that are affected? But you got the nerves to say that you speak, you don't come from a biased place?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't come from a biased place, how is it that somebody's affected by what is being stated on your panel?
That's exactly what I was just getting at too. How could you say that and not expect someone else to be offended who's possibly in that situation or has a child that's sick?
That's dead wrong. That's wrong. And it's time out for that. And it's time out for people just getting by with the nonsense they got going on. That's just trifling.
Absolutely, sis.
That's trifling. It's wrong. It's not okay to make fun of babies. It's not okay to say that somebody's baby is their karma. karma. It's not okay to sit there and try to make everything they do with their child exploitation or wrong, especially when they was helping your grown behind out. You and your grown child. They helped you. Was that exploitation when they was helping you?
Thank you. And Lady Love, we are so sorry.
I'm
May
so
your
sorry,
child
Mama.
soul rest in peace. We appreciate you sharing that story. I know it takes courage. And I know it can be hard when someone speaks on innocent children. And especially you being in that situation. It is not fair. And that's why me and Angie are here. And sometimes our opinion will be not so, when it comes to others, fair. But we're always going to be honest because we're speaking up for people such as yourself, such as other people who don't have a voice, who's just supporters. We're going to always speak the truth and always be real because that's all we know how to do. And we're giving your son a voice today through Kevin's child. That is not right, and we do not condone that type of behavior. And whenever we see, if it happens again, because I'm sure it will, he can't control himself. We're going to continue to expose that or any other person that speaks in a derogatory way of a sick child, allegedly.
Just selfish, just nasty for no reason. That you would be so hurtful to somebody. You don't even realize you hurting other people with the very words that are coming out of your mouth. That's how nasty you are.
Absolutely.
Shout out to you, Lady Love. Lady Love been here for the beginning when I was nervous and you know having fears about speaking in public. Lady Love was patient. Her and a lot of other supporters. You guys helped me get to this point. I really appreciate you. Not only that, but having the courage to even speak on your own testimony. Like that is amazing. A lot of people don't understand how much stress that is in that. Why is it that these people who call themselves content creators can't have a platform where they speak on truth instead of spreading false narratives and being hypocrites and offending people and don't even care who they offend?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Arlene says, I have a great great grandson and he's special and smart, very smart. It's God's little jewel to me. Most definitely. Most definitely. It doesn't matter whether they have a disability or not. They are gifts. They are blessings.
Absolutely.
Those are precious moments that you're trying to rob this family of. How dare you? But you feel like you got the right to enjoy yours? That's selfish.
And to me personally, I think God blesses a special kind of strong, beautiful, loving, gentle, patient kind of parent with those amazing kind of kids purposely. He knows exactly what he's doing, the universe or whoever, to love on that child, nurture that child, just like you would do any other child, because that child has feelings too. That child should not be looked at any different. So I salute every parent out there that is doing what they have to do for their child. Keep pushing. And Lady Love, we love you too. Right back at you, sis.
Love you, Lady Love.
That's why we here.
And V, I know you and a lot of your supporters been coming through and rocking with me. I know that it is just crazy the things that we have been discussing. Like you just can't make this stuff up. You just can't. The nonsense that people have going on.
Absolutely. It's like, when is people going to stand up? That's what I try to express so much. And it's not me trying to come off aggressively, but it's like, wow, you guys, put yourself in this person's situation. Now it's the kid. And I went from bullying this man, calling his wives out of their names, calling content creators, females, out of their names, to now we're at a point where it's okay for him to talk about a newborn child. He wants this mother and this father to feel bad, to look at their child like it's their karma. When are you people going to stand up? Right is right, wrong is wrong. Make it make sense. Shout out to Chatty Cathy for standing up. Shout out to you, sister.
Shout
I
out.
appreciate that. You a real one for that. When Angie told me you did a video as well as Kevin, I was very grateful to see somebody else from this side speaking their truth, standing up for what they felt in their heart was the right thing, whether people agreed or not. The truth is the truth. And we need more people out here in this world that are leaders that does not care what the backlash will be. Because at the end of the day, in your heart, that we all have, the truth should resonate with you enough to compel you to speak up and stand up on the truth. Stand up on principle. Stand up on what matters. Every kid should matter. If that was your child, if you were in their shoes, you would be just as hurt as Kevin and Lacey, as well as Jamie. It's not right. This is their child we're talking about, people. A small child.
A baby. It's a baby.
A cute little baby. Oh, man.
Very adorable.
Yes.
Like it made me so frustrated to know that it's adults out here acting like this, speaking on a baby like this. Like, where did y'all come from?
that you know what, sis? That's the right word. Where did you come from? It's like sometimes you just get lost in your words because you can't express the hurt, the anger, the frustration you get when you see exactly what these people are doing or how they're speaking on a child. How can anybody that's a human, that's an adult, that has a heartbeat inside of them, think it's okay to judge a child? To shame some parents that had no control over any situation. Every child is a blessing.
But trying to make it seem like Kevin exaggerating. No, y'all exaggerating. Y'all did it. Y'all spread out this narrative about him and his baby. Y'all talking about Lacey and Jamie, and they ain't never speak on y'all not one time. Not one time. But y'all admitting to going to their page. Y'all admitting talking about them on other people's pages. Like, how sick is that? Like, why is y'all so bothered about these women? And they ain't not one time have they pressed y'all about anything.
Nope.
Now that's real disgusting. If we gonna be adult, if we gonna be ladies, if we gonna be women about it, let's just be real. I ain't never stalked no female. I ain't never had a problem with a female who ain't never did nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
And you have a video you wanted to show them, sis?
Girl, we're going to have to show them when I calm down.
Okay.
I most definitely want to do a recap on the video that Kevin made because he cleared out a lot of things that need to be seen and need to be said because people need to be more aware of the platforms and the channels that they entertain because these people are nasty and disgusting.
They are, sis.
Lady Love says, I have nothing but love and respect for the Rise family. Kevin Wesley do not deserve to be treated like this. I honestly believe the devil using them because of his intelligence and what he teaches. Most definitely. That's all right, because we're going to call the devil out by his name, by each name that he used, by each person he possessed. And if they don't like it, then they need to do some self-reflecting. Stop allowing the devil to use you. You got to get better.
Absolutely. And the funny thing is, do you notice all the people that are angry with Kevin, that are putting out accusations against Kevin, are the same people that wronged him? It's so funny when people get upset with you. They paint you out to be the villain, but yet they're the people that have wronged you. They're the people that have stole from you. They are the people that have lied on you. The same people. Kevin,
Chatty Kathy, shout out to you being in the building. I'm sorry, Mama. Let me read Kevin and Kathy real quick.
go ahead.
Kevin said, Lampo and Callie are the only two people that have said my newborn son was sick. We have never said this, so how can we exploit our son? Most definitely. And Chatty Kathy, shout out to you, Mama, for being in the building. She said, in the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Most definitely. Most definitely, Chatty Kathy. Shout out to you, Mama. Shout out to you. Most definitely. Thank you so much. She said to have a good live. Most definitely, Chatty Kathy. It's time for people who understand, people who see it. It's time to speak out against these things. It's time to start holding people accountable to the mistreatment and the mishandling of what they've been doing. It's time for people to start acknowledging, what's going on, and no longer entertaining people just because of our own emotions and our own personal feelings. No. As a whole, you did wrong completely. You have to stand in in the mess that you created. You have to speak on what you did. You need to be accountable. You need to be accountable, and you need to make a turnaround before I can even accept anything else. You need growth.
And that's why, shout out to Chatty Cathy. That's why it is so important as well. Me and Angie becomes very, very excited when we see people are speaking up for the right reasons. Right is right, wrong is wrong. This baby has been exploited by strangers, not by the parents, but by strangers. And nobody is standing on principle. Nobody is speaking on this. Nobody has lifted a finger to say anything. It's okay. It's not okay. You stand for something or you fall for everything. If you claim you were cool with Kevin, if you claim you call yourself internet friends with him or whatever it is, why not stand on principle? You can even put that aside and say right is right, wrong is wrong. It should have been so many videos. It should have been so many things that was called out in this situation that wasn't. That's why we appreciate you for doing so.
You did your thing on that panel. And shout out, Chatty Cathy say some real things all the time. And you know what? And it goes under the radar. But I'm listening to you, Mama. Thank you so much for listening to me. I appreciate it. And not only
Thanks
that,
for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. But not only that, how is it that she felt like it was comfortable? Tina Lample made that post today talking about apologizing and making amends with Chief Callie and not making any statements of the wrong things that has been happening towards Kevin on her platform and through Chief Callie. How about you make a post about that we were wrong for speaking on his baby?
That'll never happen. And people will be okay with that and they will continue on as though it's just another day. And then if Kevin decides to address something, because just like always, their picking is going to go under the radar. They're going to post things on Facebook. And then when he finally responds, he's going to look like the bad person. He's going to have to be called out because he's a man and he does not supposed to be upset. He does not supposed to respond when people are poking him and antagonizing him. Callie's allowed to do that, but he's a full-grown man. And whatever issue that he has with Kevin out of all these years, if he haven't figured it out, if nothing has been done about it legally, then someone should have told this man, it's not worth it, let it go. But yet people are okay with this behavior because they're angry. They have some type of secret animosity towards him. They won't tell him, even as a friend, that you need to let this go and move on.
Look what Kevin said. They act like Lacey is not human, like she's a punching bag, but they say she's being manipulated by me. Exactly. Y'all could say and do anything y'all want to in regards to Lacey and her newborn child. But somehow y'all want to make people believe that Kevin is the one manipulating her. You guys are abusing her, and she doesn't even know you. She has never even spoken to you.
Lacey is a grown woman. And apparently whatever's going on between her and Kevin, they both love it. They like it. They approve it. Who are we to judge that? Just
It's
like
clearly
nobody is in
beautiful.
your household, Callie, judging you and your secret relationships and the things you doing and questioning your behavior, questioning your sexuality. But yet you have all the smoke and all the things in your mind that Lacey should be feeling. You think it's okay to come online and call her a side B. And just to correct the record, clear the record, whatever, it was a side H. Nobody called nobody a side B. That's not what they call people in the community. But you want to say the B word because you're so angry, you're so upset, and you're so mad because you could never have a Lacey. You could never have a Jamie. Never in your wildest dreams would these two beautiful women ever submit, ever call you a king, or ever look twice or look back at a man like you. So that's why you're so angry and you're so mad. Kevin has not one but two beautiful wives and an amazing newborn son. But you're so jealous and bitter and angry. And we understand why, Kelly. We don't blame you. I mean, look at you. Look at you.
And then want to sit there and try to question their parenting skills. Kevin has 3 older children who are great examples of his parenting skills. Let's talk about it. Since we're going to talk about it, we got them writing books. We got them seeking their entrepreneurship. We got one of them with a platform with her and her daughter. They're doing beautiful things, being positive people. Talk about that. So don't question his parenting skills whatsoever. Ever. Kevin says, so they are basically trying to say Lacey is being used and abused, but it's also okay for them to abuse her. Most is exactly. It's okay for y'all to abuse her across the internet and mistreat her and have videos disrespecting her and pictures disrespecting her child. But you want to say that you're trying to defend her or speak up for her? You're not doing anything in the such. Lady Love
says, if anything, you're humiliating her. That's what you're doing.
You're abusing her
and trying to humiliate her.
And Lady Love says Tina Lampo is a shit show all by herself. And yes, I am aware she may come for me, but I can give 2 fucks what Tina say. Period. 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 I don't care. Come for me. Because at the end of the day, you wrong. You dead wrong.
Right, wrong is wrong. Period. You reposting a video of this man disrespecting this lady, woman to woman. You want to point out what another man said, but yet you think it's okay. And you call yourself calling the kettle black. You call yourself standing on principle. But yet you think it's okay for this man to call another woman out of her name. And you turn the cheek. Oh, well, because it's somebody that you don't like. And that somebody that you do not like is the same person who paid your rent. It's the same person that you told your daughter to get a hold of so she could get a bill paid. But he's a bad father. He's a bad husband. He's a bad leader. He's changed. He's changed for the good. He's elevated. Maybe if you two try to do that, maybe if Callie keep his name out of his mouth for a whole day, maybe he would elevate. Maybe he would have been monetized. But he's so evil and wicked. He can't see past envy. The same hatred he has towards this man, maybe he should put that into his household and be a better father, be a better husband, or better yet, a better fiance. You say Kevin is mistreating his wives. Why have you been with this lady for over 10 years and she's still your fiance? Why is she not your wife yet? So who's being the user? Who's being the abuser? That's the question we should be asking.
Kevin says she tries to post reels of me cussing Amora out to paint this picture that I'm disrespectful to black women. I guess I should make reels of her to show how she treats children. And then they'll be the first ones to try to demonize Kevin once he responds back. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he's doing that. But let's not forget what was done to him. Let's not forget how you trying to paint this narrative of something that he apologized for.
And even though Mora said it, Angie, excuse me, even though Mora said, I call him out of his name. She said, I call him out of his name. So, you know, in all fairness, he called me a B. So it was what it was. I wasn't really upset because I called him out of his name. So if she said that, why are you guys stressing, digging this back up, bringing it back to the front like he's such a bad person when he defended himself, when he has feelings just like anyone else? If somebody constantly calls you out of your name and disrespect your spouses, you have every reason to defend them as well as yourself in the same manner.
Don't try to include people. That's another thing. You trying to include Amora. No, stand on what you've been saying about Kevin on your own. Tell us what it is about Kevin that you felt like was so bad. Don't sit there and try to paint nothing with nobody else's story.
Exactly.
Lady Love says one thing for certain. Lacey has class, humility, and integrity. Tina needs to take several seats back and learn. Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's just I'm just disgusted with these adults, so-called adults, and the behaviors that they've been portraying out here on the internet. Just nasty, just disgusting.
Absolutely, sis.
Lady Love says, let's not forget he cussed out another man. She stepped out there like a man. She got exactly what she needed.
Period. Facts.
Like, come on, let's just be real. It's not like he just going out there and deliberately being disrespected. Things are happening to him. Things are happening to these people. Are we forgetting that?
Mm-hmm. Are we forgetting that his feelings matter just like yours should? Why should his feelings be any less?
Exactly. Melanin in the building. What's up, family? Thank you for coming through. Because they'll be the same ones to say if somebody disrespect them or if somebody do something to them, they'll go off. But if something happens to Kevin or LaTruth, they're not supposed to say or do anything. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. They dang if they do, dang if they don't.
And to tell you the truth, they still been being very mannerable men. They still been holding themselves at a level of integrity. They still ain't went off the haywire. They ain't been doing nothing that's in comparison to what has been done to them.
Facts.
You see what Kevin said? They want me to shut up, and take it like a God's little N-word.
And that's sad but true.
And it's time out for that. Nobody has to take being disrespected. Nobody.
Us as Black women, and like I stated in 3 videos ago, men feelings should matter. Men should be treated like kings. Men should be able to express how they feel without being judged. If someone is disrespecting a man, they're stepping up to the plate. It's one thing if a man is putting their hands on a woman. That is not cool. That should never happen. But if a woman is bashing and going in on a man constantly, calling him out of his name, belittling him, disrespecting his family, he has every right to defend himself and respond in the same kind of manner.
Right.
He does not have to sit there and take it. He is not a kid. Kevin is a grown man.
Shout out
Nobody
for
say that.
In the building. Shout out for Miss Mel coming in the building. Go off, sis.
Sorry. And nobody say, why are you talking to that man like that? Not one time. Everybody played the video back and was laughing and cheering her on. Everybody thought that was cool for her to disrespect this black king. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If you're going to stand on principle, stand on it all the way around.
Period.
If you don't think Kevin should be calling a woman out of her name, then make sure that woman not calling him out of his name. Make sure that woman not disrespecting his wives and his family. He asked to speak to her husband. He wouldn't even went up there that day. The only reason that man went up there was to speak to her husband, and she was supposed to win and got him. He wasn't there. She started calling him out his name, and he finally responded back when she said something about the wives. Go watch the clip. And he also apologized when in reality, he didn't get that in return, and he didn't really have to because it was justified. But here we are almost a year later bringing up this one time that Kevin got gangster when it was justified. If my man was on that panel and he didn't stick up for me like Kevin would have, I would have looked at him as less of a man. At the end of the day, everybody has their breaking point. What is yours? Is your family your breaking point? Is your children your breaking point? Is your wife your breaking point? Because this man has been poked in every area of his life and picked apart. Some by complete strangers and some by people that he once helped.
Miss
And
Mel
he's still
said,
calm, cool, and collected.
right. And Miss Mel said Tina never was, she was never for this family. She was a whole bee pretending to be for that family. That family has a serious spiritual attack on them. Pray for them. Most definitely praying for them. Most definitely. And Kevin says, Lady Love says, hey to Melly Mel and Raw Truth. Thank y'all for coming through too. And Melanin, thank y'all for coming through. And Kevin says Callie tried to justify beating his children's mother to a pulp because she was big from Cleveland. Wow. So we have somebody who was domestically violent, physically assaulting to his baby mother, beat her to a pulp. But y'all want to create this family out to be monsters?
Are you serious? Shout out to Raw Truth, by the way. I'm sorry, I had to say that. And to the people in here, I will be doing it on Tuesday, my women's panel. We're supposed to have our woman discussion. I apologize. Things kind of ran over today, but I'm glad to be on Angie's platform today. This definitely had to be discussed. But back to what you were saying, sis. What did you say? Callie did what now?
Callie beat his baby mama to a bloody pulp. That's insane.
Wow. Lady Love, you sure did say that. So you mean to tell me people are on Kevin defending himself and his wives, but yet Callie beat his mother of his children to a pulp? Do you guys know about that? Is anybody going to say anything about that? And we could just tell the way he acts that he could get violent when things don't go his way. He's very immature. So it's justified and okay for him to put his hands on a woman, put her in the hospital. Is that what I'm hearing correctly?
Right. That's crazy. Texas
so
said
maybe that should be a part 2 on that, sis.
Most definitely we need to figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah, we got you, Callie. You want to sit up and tell other people's story the way you want to. How about we tell your story the right way? How about we tell the truth? How about we let people know who you really are?
Exactly. Texas said it seems like it's never going to end until they have a conversation or someone chooses to rise above. But this is the thing. How can you rise above people believing that you tried to date rape a grown man and that you tried to molest a child? How can you rise above that? How can you rise about how can his brother rise above somebody accusing him of being domestically violent and physically abusing his wife? How can we hold these men accountable to rise above people accusing them of falsifying their procedures about their cancer treatment? How can they rise above it when it's the ones going out there spreading this information, lying on them? How can they rise above it, being told about lying and stealing from donations when these very people was the ones who had their hands out and everything like that. You get what I'm saying? Like Mama Texas, like they got to get to a point where they leave this family alone. They leave this man alone. Like you don't even have to have a conversation to leave this man alone. You get what I'm saying? They keep messing with him, and then they say whenever he's speaking on it, he's not leaving it alone. He can't leave it alone. Y'all put this stuff on his back. He got to speak on it forever. If you don't want him to speak on you, y'all should have never put out these accusations. Y'all should have never lied on this man. Now he got to go about every day of his life with this stuff on his name. Like,
how can you rise above someone speaking on your family as well as your newborn child? Every time you post a picture, every time you share a happy moment with your supporters, who was a part of Lacey's pregnancy, people say you're exploiting your child. How can you rise above people continuously making fake pages, exploiting your child, but claiming you are? Calling your child your karma, continually bashing you, even putting people that once stood beside you and fought for what was right in the middle of that, dragging this along, making videos talking about your spouse. And then people tell you, you got to be the bigger person. You got to be the bigger person. Imagine if this was your life and this was going on for 7 years. Imagine that. And every day you go online because it's your job to go online. You're not trying to look for it. It's just there. Another video is being made. When people come to your defense because they see these accusations are false, they try to debunk them. They stand up for what's right in their heart. Those people start to become attacked. Those people start to get harassed. Their pictures are being exploited. So it's a never-ending cycle of trying to rise above something with people who clearly does not have a conscience, who clearly does not care about what's right and wrong at this point. It's just clearly harassment. We have to hold these people accountable so maybe they will rise above it one day. Maybe they will let it go. But we have to let them know that they're wrong. And the more people speak out about it, the more they will see that people don't condone this type of behavior. But it has to be said. If we continue to turn a blind eye, then this will continue to go on.
They go from panel to panel. They go from platform to platform, from YouTube to Facebook. You get what I'm saying? Continue, like they just will not stop. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy how you would sit there and try to hold a man accountable on YouTube, but on Facebook, you sharing the same video that you was trying to hold him accountable for. Like, what is that? How is that okay? You get what I'm saying? Like, no.
All right. Read what Kevin says, sis.
He says his plan is to make accusations to make me go and explain myself, but he cries every time I explain myself. Make it make sense. Exactly. Like that's torture. That's torment. Like, why would you purposely put out information to have somebody have to explain themselves and then turn around and say, oh, he's attacking me, and then turn around and put out more information, and then he continues to have to defend himself, and then you say, oh, he's attacking me. It's like a never-ending cycle that you're doing on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
It's like being in an emotional relationship where someone is allowed to continue to antagonize you, continue to mentally torture you, and then they involve others who jump on a bandwagon, but yet you're not allowed to do anything. And then when you finally respond to debunk these accusations, you're thinking people are going to see it's going to go away, or more people are going to stand tall in their leadership positions and call this man or this woman out. And they don't. So when these people continue to turn a blind eye, we continue to have situations like this that are going to continue to unfold because nobody is holding these people accountable for the things that they have done to Kevin Wesley and his family. Angie?
I'm here, sis.
Oh, okay.
Lady Love says a psychopath, and Texas says, I get it, but to rise above means just that ignore that shit and know that the higher power will avenge you. the truth will come to the light. The truth is to the light. We already bring it out. The truth is already out. It's already been done, mama.
The truth been
But at the
exposed
same
on Kevin
time,
platform, Angie platform, a little bit on mine, on other people platforms, but not enough people with all this evidence, especially when it comes to children being off limits, has spoken out and held this man, now this woman, accountable. It's okay for them to talk about their child in a malicious way. It's okay for them to say, whenever this man posts his child, whenever this proud mother of one, her first child, posts her child, not thinking about she could be going through postpartum, not thinking about what she's feeling emotionally and mentally, being dragged online because of her child being called her karma. We have to sit back and watch this go on. And nobody is saying anything. Where's the outrage for what's right is right, wrong is wrong? And that means even on both sides. Since we still saying their sides, which I think there are no more.
Lady Love says, I understand, however, the man is human. Most definitely, it would hurt my feelings. And to be honest with you, I don't even think that I will be able to handle it the same way. That's why I commend him so much already, because the way that he's handling it is like none other. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people wouldn't even handle it this way. The way that I would handle it, oh, it'd be off the roof. Like, you're not gonna walk around and try to accuse me of messing with a child, and you go from panel to panel trying to see how many people you can get to believe that. You're not gonna go from panel to panel for years talking about how I tried to date rape you and some Illuminati mess and all type of chaos, and accuse me of having sexual relations with somebody that I used to work for. You get what I'm saying? And expect me not to flip off the wire. Like no way. And then try to say that I stole from people and I falsified donations, but I gave you money. I put shoes on your feet, on your children's feet, on your girlfriend's feet. I gave money to help somebody with their rent. So how is it that they're trying to say that I was stealing anything when I was the one that gave to them and they didn't give to me?
And you were stealing, they didn't mind you stealing to help them out when they was in need, right? They didn't mind you stealing to pay some rent and buy some shoes.
Kelly even admitted he never donated anything. But you were the one that was receiving donations from the very person that you're trying to say was stealing. How is that?
And best believe Kevin is human as well as a man at the end of the day and wants to protect his family at all costs. So best believe he's had that feeling where he wanted to reach out and touch someone. I commend him, and I think that it is wonderful that he can keep composure over himself while going through these difficult situations. We can learn a lot from this in this moment. This is exactly what a leader's supposed to do. Because not only he has to provide for his family, and if he was to act out in these feelings in the heat of the moment, who would support his family? Who would teach his kid a valuable lesson from this situation? We cannot go off of our emotions every time we get upset. We have to learn how to control ourselves, continue to support who needs to be supported, bring out the evidence, debunk what needs to be debunked, and keep going forward. But we have to call these people out and hold people accountable when they do things the way they do. And especially if they're doing something wrong, they're doing something secretive, and they're doing something sneaky behind their supporters' backs. Nobody would have never knew that this lady posted this video had Kevin not exposed it.
Shout out to True Slayer for being in the building. Thank you for coming through. Lady Love says, and truth be told, we can say all day, ignore the BS, but really, can we honestly say we will? And can we really just ignore for years, exactly for years, 4 years? And Miss Mel says, I agree. I had postpartum depression for like a whole year and a half after my last son's birth. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. They need to stop the attacks on Lacey, most definitely. Texas Bama says, Lady Love, absolutely not. And then Kevin says, he even admitted that I bought him shoes, his children's shoes, and told and put a tire on his girlfriend van. I guess I'm his daddy. Big facts. Big facts. But somehow he wants to spread this narrative that Kevin's stealing from the people, but he's supporting the people. He actually doing things that the people need done. Like, what is that?
So they're saying Kevin is stealing from the people to support the people. Not right there, you guys. That's another debunk. Something else that's debunked. Come on.
Right.
If he's
Debunk,
stealing
debunk,
to
debunk.
help you out, it wasn't a problem while this was going on. It wasn't a problem when your family needed shoes. It wasn't a problem when your significant other needed some tires. It wasn't a problem when you need your rent paid. But now we're still questioning where some money at, some small change that was taken from Kevin as well. Kevin has done wonderful things, not just in his community, but for his community. His work speaks for itself.
And then Kevin says, imagine somebody talking shit about and posting pictures of y'all newborns, baby. Man, come on. Most definitely. Most definitely. Melanin related says, Kevin, I respect you, but I've told you before that you and your family are under spiritual attacks. I'm in prayer for you all. I'm so sorry that you have to experience such evildoers. Most definitely. Texas Bama says, Kevin Wesley, how do you see it ending, Kevin? That's Kevin. Texas wants to know, how do you see it ending? To tell you the truth, how I see it ending, charges need to be pressed at this point, because this is insane. And then people continue and Lampo would definitely get charges pressed as well. Like, it's just so much, and it just goes on and on and on and on, and the song just never ends. Kevin says, with them in jail, what they've done with my child is illegal. Boom. There we go. There we go. And see, Texas, I know how you may be feeling right now, but here's the thing. Before me and you, see how me and you, we're new to the situation, right? Just like a lot of people are. But the situation with Callie and Kevin been going on for so long. You know how many people should have got in between and told him to stop, and that never happened, and he never did stop. You get what I'm saying? Us coming to this situation, that means that the information is still being spread. You get what I'm saying, Texas? So with it being spread, that means that it's continuing. And guess what? Next year and the year after that, it's going to be new people that it spreads to with new opinions, with new sides, and it just won't stop. You get what I'm saying? So at some point, I most definitely agree with Kevin, like pressing charges, like he got to go, because that don't make no sense. You feel me? Like, it just don't make no sense where these things got to continue on and on and on. You got new faces and new people speaking on it over and over and over, and it's never been resolved. It's never been resolved. Like, that, to me, it's just, no, it's too much. And what did Callie say? If you could prove it, then sue me. Sue me. So that means, okay, you're not worried about it. So when some legal action starts to take place, don't say, oh, he a police ass nigga. He a police ass nigga. Why did the police or any legal authority had to get involved when you could have just stopped? You could have just stopped. But you got to push somebody and then shame them for getting legal action? No. That's abuse in itself. Nobody's going around spreading false information about Callie. Well, Texas says, I'm going to ask Callie the same thing, because ultimately it's not healthy for anyone. Most definitely, Mama. Shout out to you. Because I already know that you're trying to you're trying to figure out. And I can respect that. You get what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to make anybody sway anybody to like anybody. It's just the whole point of all these accusations, defamation, hate speech, sitting here with all these different videos and different pictures and everything, just carry the ignorance that's carrying on. You get what I'm saying? Like it has to stop. It has to stop. Melanin Related said, Lady Love, this is so crazy. And to find out about her and her daughter getting financial help, woo, yes, yes, yes. What Lady Love said, Callie said, sue him for what? He don't have anything. Most definitely, he don't have nothing. And when the courts find that out, he gonna have to do some jail time or some probation time. To be honest with you, with the type of offense that he's carried out on here, I wouldn't be surprised if they charge him with a federal offense. And that's time. That's more than a year. And somebody who cared about him should have told him to stop. But Tina Lampo, instead of telling him to stop, she gassing him up. She hyping him up. She's sharing the nonsense. How much can you really care about Callie if you allowing him to do something like this? Texas says, just treat people how you want to be treated. But some people love the BS, and that's what's wrong with the world. Most definitely. And Melanin Related said, Lady Love, maybe that's the source of his pain. He has nothing. Most definitely. Now that was deep. That was deep. In Texas, you right. We got to start treating everybody. We got to treat one another how we want to be treated. I don't want nobody spreading lies about me, so I'm not going to spread lies about anybody. I don't want nobody mistreating me, so I'm not going to mistreat anybody. If somebody does me wrong, I'll acknowledge it, I'll speak on it, and I'll move forward. I won't let my emotions carry out a situation that gets so far beyond my control. Like that, to me, is insanity. That's when you need psychiatric help. You need an evaluation. And then you got other people carrying on this nonsense to further boost everything that's going on. Different platforms and different panels and thousands of people having their opinions and their hatred towards somebody that they don't even know, not even realizing that they've been manipulated and lied on. From people who have they have benefited from this family, from this man. You benefited from him, but you're gonna turn around and tell me that he's a scammer and a thief, but he gave money to you, but he supported you. That's insane to me. Truth Slayer says YouTube is filled with stories that escalated to devastating outcomes. It's scary. I pray for the Wesley and Hampton safety, peace, and happiness. Most definitely, Truth Slayer. Shout out to you for coming through. Most definitely. These stories on YouTube, they spiral out of control. And they become bigger than what the people that even set out this information even intended for it to go. You get what I'm saying? And it's not fair to Kevin and the truth to have to go through this. You get what I'm saying? It's not fair that they would have to go through this off of lies. 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 There's plenty of people to speak truth on. There's plenty of people to call out on the truth, but y'all sit here and create lies on these people. You say he changed. You say his content is not what it used to be. Well, remember him when he helped you, when you asked and you received. Remember him when you didn't have it and he gave it. Remember him then. Remember him enough to not spread those kind of lies on him. I'll put it on a minute, Ma. Should it be longer? It's just sad. It's insane. It's sick. It's disgusting. And it's time out for all of that. I just couldn't believe it. Just looking at the post today with Tina Lampo and just refusing to take any accountability for the wrong things that she's been doing, the underhanded plays that she's been making, to sit here and try to destroy these men, lying to everybody on her platforms. How did you call Callie to the front about this very video, but went to your Facebook page and shared it and
And
said that Callie spoke no lies?
Angie,
Yes.
I'm so apologize. I'm so sorry, sis. I stepped away for a moment. I didn't want to interrupt you.
You okay? Lady
Every-
Love. Lady Love says, Melanin, if that be the case and he was your friend at one point, then you learn how to get more from the man that was once your friend. Exactly. And V said, gaslighting is when you see someone get attacked, yet blame them for being attacked. And you can't hold the person who in attack for being attacked. You can't hold the person who is attacked responsible for being attacked. Most definitely.
X.
Did you have to step away, sis?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I went downstairs.
You okay? We'll go ahead and end this live. I will be back. I still want to go through the I still want to do a recap on Kevin's live that he did. So we most definitely gonna get that done. Shout out to everyone that came through to hear what we had to say. You guys, let's start holding each other accountable so that we can become better. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Melanie says, I just can't understand her angle. What is she mad about? I mean, she was chatting with his wives, admiring them. Wow, she even admiring them. Now that's two-faced. That's crazy.
It is. I absolutely agree with Angie, you guys. We have to step up and even us. If you feel like we doing something wrong, hold us accountable as well. And if we are doing something wrong, we will publicly come back and apologize if it's necessary or fix whatever the situation is. If it's in our
Most,
ability to do so. We're only
most
speaking the
definitely.
truth and we're only pointing out facts. And we felt as though this live was definitely necessary. People have to be held accountable for their actions, the sneaky things they do, the things you guys may miss, may not notice. You might just see Kevin speaking his mind or defending himself and you think it's out of nowhere. No, it's always something behind what this man is speaking on or what he's going through. Just always put yourself in his shoes. If someone continues to poke you and now they involved your child, how would you feel?
Oh wow, she even participated in Polly, but somehow she's judging Lacey and Jamie and Kevin. Wow.
That's her husband was in poly, from what I've heard.
Wow. I did not know that, Melanie.
And
Wow.
that's what's wrong with the world, Angie. People want to come off judging people, even if you don't agree with something or you don't understand it. Who are we to judge? Whether you like it or you approve of it or not, they love it. Judge a person based off of their actions, what they show you. Don't judge them based off of what you want them to appear to be. That's selfish.
Right. So Tina Lampo was engaging in Polly, but
Yep.
she mistreated she allows Callie to mistreat Jamie.
Yep.
What? So was Tina Lampo a side bitch then?
Basically, she was the wife and then he had other women as well.
Oh, so she had no respect for the other women because they were side bitches.
From what
Wow.
I know, I'm
That's
about to say, I
disgusting.
don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm saying, the video that I saw, whatever, I'll see if the woman is available. Maybe she can explain a little bit more to me about it. But there's several people that have spoken up for the right is right, wrong is wrong, and they may not agree about everything, and that's okay. But when it comes to the truth, we should all be in agreements with what's okay and what's not okay.
Most
And
definitely.
and the lady spoke out on her own in regards to the situation. She spoke with me actually privately about it because she saw the same thing that we saw. and she didn't think it
Wow.
was right. And she said she always attacked Kevin about Polly, and Callie always speak up on it as well, and she agreed with him. But she was in the same situation, and she was okay with that. And I didn't get a chance to go off into too much more details about it, but I'll ask her later.
Wow. Kevin said she was Polly, and that's a fact. Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
So
That
we
makes it even
definitely,
worse.
what day, Angie? Tuesday? Are we going to be back with our part 2?
What today is?
Today's Sunday. I work the double tomorrow.
Today's Sunday? Today's not Sunday.
Oh, shoot.
Today's Wednesday. Hey, Devin, thank you for coming through.
Why do I keep saying? Oh, Friday. Friday, I'm good.
Her husband had a wife in Africa, so he was able to marry her here. That's the only difference. Oh wow. And said that he went back and forth between them.
So he probably was trying to get them a citizenship to come here as well.
Wow. So she
A lot of men.
participated in that, but she wants to judge Lacey.
Because hers
and
didn't
Jaylen.
work out. Had hers worked out, she would have been advocating for Kevin. She would have been okay with everything. But since hers didn't work out.
Melanie said she wasn't the first wife either.
So she was the side B, and Callie's voice, the B word. That's what she was.
She
What?
was the side bitch. Wow. Boy,
Sorry, you guys. I get my
everything.
days mixed up sometime when I work a double. But what do you think about Friday? So we can gather and speak to the people we need to speak to. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely gather some information and bring this to the light. People need to know who's speaking so badly on these men. They need to know the truth.
I'm definitely, you guys, my people that's in here, going to do my woman's panel probably Friday evening sometime. But as well, we definitely gonna go back on Angie's panel to do this part 2 Friday as well. That sound good, sis?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Thank all of y'all for coming through. Shout out to every last one of y'all.
Yes, please hit that like button as well, you guys, on your way out. Please share this video to bring awareness. We greatly appreciate it.
Kevin says, and when they do, they are disrespectful to their own culture and ancestors, all while claiming to be indigenous. They are literally, most definitely. Miss Arlene says, thank you all. I truly enjoyed the show. Thank you for coming, Mama. Thank you, Miss Gloria, for coming through too. You guys, let's spread love to each other. Let's become more accountable with each other. Let's improve. Let's not have all of this hypocrisy and mistreating people for no apparent reason whatsoever. Y'all, let's all these platforms that we support, let's make sure that they're spinning the truth. It doesn't matter how they're doing it, as long as they're being truthful and being fair to everyone.
Absolutely.
Devin says, I'm sorry I missed the conversation. I was in my own. You all right, Devin? Catch that replay. Catch that replay, Devin. It's a good one. I promise you, bro. Shout out to everyone. Peace to everyone. We'll see y'all on the next run. And if anything so happen, don't hesitate to comment and let me know. Message me, let me know, and I'll definitely answer any questions anybody needs. And I'll definitely speak on anything anybody requests that I speak on.
Absolutely.
You too, Texas. Texas say y'all have a good night. You too, Mama.
You as well. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you enjoying the show. We'll catch you on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. Most importantly, stay real and stay true to yourself.
I appreciate you too, Lady Love. Lady Love says she appreciates us. No doubt. The
we
real
appreciate
ones
you
always
too.
gotta stick together. Most definitely.
Real recognize real. Facts. Thank you, Lady Love. We appreciate you as well, sweetheart. And we appreciate your honesty. And you are safe over here. Each and every one of you, we got to start creating safe places for us.
Yep.
To be able to feel how we feel. And we might not always agree, but that's okay. We have morals principles, and we have to stand on those.
Peace
Peace,
be with you,
Kevin.
Kevin. All right, everybody. We out. Love y'all.
Love you. Later.